Have you ever felt like we're living in truly unprecedented times? A moment where history seems to be accelerating, and the future feels more uncertain than ever? Well, today, we're going to journey back in time, to the 1930s, to explore the visions of a Polish nun named Saint Faustina Kowalska and a prophecy that some believe points directly to our era, specifically the year 2025. Is it possible that events she described nearly a century ago are unfolding right before our very eyes? Let's delve into the message of divine mercy and find out. First, who was Saint Faustina? Born Helena Kowalska in a small village in Poland in 1905, she felt a calling to religious life from a young age. She eventually joined the congregation of the Sisters of Our Lady of Mercy in Warsaw. It was here, within the quiet walls of her convent, that she began experiencing profound mystical visions and conversations with Jesus. She meticulously recorded these experiences in a diary, a book now known around the world as The Diary of Saint Maria Faustina Kowalska, Divine Mercy in My Soul. This diary isn't just a personal journal. It's a detailed account of a divine message meant for the entire world. The central theme: the incredible, boundless nature of God's mercy. In her writings, Faustina describes Jesus asking her to be his secretary, to spread the message that even the greatest sinner can find complete forgiveness and peace by trusting in his mercy. This message was to be shared through specific means: the image of the Divine Mercy, the Feast of Divine Mercy, the Chaplet of Divine Mercy, and the Hour of Mercy. You've probably seen the image: Jesus with one hand raised in blessing, the other pointing to his heart, from which to rays emanate, one pail representing water which makes souls righteous, and one red representing blood, which is the life of souls. Now, this is where it gets particularly intriguing for our times. Within these revelations, Saint Faustina recorded words that many interpret as a prophecy. She wrote, quoting Jesus, "I am prolonging the time of mercy for the sake of sinners. But woe to them if they do not recognize this time of my visitation." He continued, saying, "Before I come as a just judge, I first open wide the door of my mercy. He who refuses to pass through the door of my mercy must pass through the door of my justice." This establishes a powerful theme: a period of immense grace and mercy, followed by a time of justice. So where does the year 2025 come from? This is a crucial point. Saint Faustina herself never mentioned the year 2025 in her diary. Let's be very clear about that. The link to 2025 comes from modern interpretations and connections made by theologians and scholars, primarily related to another significant event, the Jubilee year. The Catholic Church has a long tradition of celebrating Jubilee years, which are special holy years of grace and pilgrimage. They typically occur every 25 years. The next ordinary Jubilee year is scheduled for, you guessed it, 2025. The theme for this Jubilee is Pilgrims of Hope. Many who study Faustina's writings see a profound connection between the Jubilees' theme of hope and renewal, and Faustina's message of divine mercy being the ultimate source of hope for humanity. They theorize that this Jubilee of Hope in 2025 could represent a climax or a culmination of the time of mercy that Faustina spoke about. Think about the context. Faustina was writing in the 1930s, a period of rising global tensions right before the devastation of World War II. Her message of mercy was a beacon of light in a rapidly darkening world. Now, look at our world today. We face our own unique set of global challenges: widespread division, rapid technological changes that raise ethical questions, environmental concerns, and a feeling of spiritual emptiness for many. Could it be that the message of divine mercy is more relevant now than ever? Could this upcoming Jubilee be a divinely appointed moment for humanity to turn back to a source of hope and mercy before, as the prophecy suggests, the door of justice is opened? This interpretation suggests that the years leading up to 2025 are a critical period. It's seen not as a prediction of doom, but as a powerful, urgent invitation. An invitation to look at our lives, both individually and collectively, and ask ourselves, are we living in a way that reflects compassion, forgiveness, and mercy? Are we building bridges or walls? Are we embracing hope or succumbing to despair? The unfolding of the prophecy, in this view, isn't about cataclysmic events happening on a specific date. It's about a spiritual shift. It's about the increasing urgency and relevance of Faustina's message as we approach this significant spiritual milestone. The message of divine mercy is fundamentally one of hope, not fear. It's a reminder that no matter how far we've strayed, or how broken the world may seem, there is always a path back. The core of Saint Faustina's diary is the incredible love story between God and humanity. She was shown that God's mercy is greater than our sin, and his greatest desire is to pour out his love and forgiveness upon us. The idea of a time of justice isn't meant to scare us, but to awaken us to the reality that our choices have consequences, and that we are being offered an incredible gift of mercy right now. So, as we look towards 2025, how can we respond to this? It's not about anxiously waiting for a sign in the sky. It's about embracing the spirit of the message in our daily lives. This could mean practicing forgiveness with someone who has hurt us. It could mean offering a helping hand to someone in need, being a source of hope for those around us. It could mean taking a few minutes each day for quiet reflection or prayer, like praying the chaplet of divine mercy, asking for mercy on us and on the whole world. It says about actively choosing to be an agent of mercy and hope in our own small corner of the world. Whether you see Saint Faustina's writings as a literal prophecy for 2025 or as a timeless spiritual guide, its power is undeniable. It challenges us to consider the state of our world and the state of our own hearts. It presents a choice: to pass through the wide-open door of mercy, or to wait and face the consequences of a world devoid of it. The idea that this message is unfolding now is a call to action. It's a call to recognize the preciousness of this present moment, this time of mercy, and to live it to the fullest. The Jubilee of 2025, with its theme Pilgrims of Hope, feels like a perfect echo of Faustina's call. We are all pilgrims on a journey through life, and in a world that often feels lost, the message of divine mercy offers a compass pointing directly towards hope. It reminds us that our final destination isn't despair or judgment, but an embrace of infinite love. So, as 2025 approaches, perhaps the real question isn't what will happen, but how will we respond? Will we be pilgrims of hope, carrying the light of mercy into the world? Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into a fascinating and timely topic. I hope it's given you some food for thought and a sense of hope. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing for more content that explores the intersection of faith, history, and our modern world. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and be a beacon of hope.